So I'm at this Women in STEM comedy event, right? And the host comes up to me, someone I actually know, and she asks me that question. So, what do you do? And I was so flustered. Oh my god, I completely froze. If you're a multi-passionate entrepreneur, you know this feeling. Do I say I'm a web designer? I'm a spiritual coach, mentor? I don't know. Am I a singer-songwriter? And in that moment, my brain just went like a tornado of possibilities. What do you say? And I'm standing there like looking flustered with all these thoughts going through my brain with 0.5 seconds between, or not like 2 seconds between her on the stage with her mic and coming to me with the mic right in my face to think, what do I want to say? Because here's the thing, I'm not just one thing. And maybe you're not either. Maybe you're a photographer who also does energetic healing. Maybe you're a copywriter who also is a yoga instructor. Maybe you like doing tarot reading, but you're also a coach. Maybe you have a product line and you also want to be something else. And society has told us that we need to pick a lane, we need to niche down. That's the only way to success, is to pick one lane and then go all in on that. And I have this one clean answer for that. What if you are more than that one thing? What if all of your passions are actually connected? What if it was just your divine calling to be all these things that you are, and you're trying to shut them down? To pick a lane? That's exactly what I figured out on a coaching call this week, and I'm going to share it with you because it completely changed how I show up in my business. So my coach asked me this question, and I want you to answer it too, okay? She said, if I punched you in the stomach right now, and she's not a violent person by any means, so this was just a metaphor. She was like, if I punched you in the gut right now, what would come out? No thinking, no overthinking, no, well, it depends on the audience, just pure instinct. What would you say? For me, it was spiritual tech mentor, which is so weird, or spiritual strategist. And here's what's wild. I didn't even know that was my answer until she asked. Because when you tap into your gut, when you bypass all the noise and the what will people think, and the is this professional enough? Am I like in the right setting? What are they gonna think? I'm too woo-woo to say that, oh, I'm a spiritual coach. Who the hell am I? And like all these thoughts like flood through your brain to tell you to like not say who you really think you are. But I think that's where the magic lies, right? Because that wild answer, that weird answer that you give, oh, spiritual tech mentor, what is that? That is gonna invite people's curiosity. What is your unique thing? And here's what's wild. Your truth is right there. So I want you to pause this video, like actually pause it and answer it for yourself. If somebody punched you in the stomach right now, what comes out? Got it? Good. Write it down, because that's your foundation. Now here's the framework that changed a lot for me, okay? There's a difference between your foundation and your modalities. Your foundation is your core identity, that gut punch answer. For me, it's being a spiritual strategist is what came out. Your modalities are different ways you deliver that foundation. So if this is my foundation, this is my modality. I delivered the foundation of being a spiritual strategist through teaching mantras, doing web design that is infused with energetics, creating music, because it's the language of the soul and people connect to music a lot with branding. We know, we remember all the jingles that we've heard since we were a little kid. So I try to find spirituality and abundance. I try to find a way to give spirituality and abundance to you through these modalities. All three of these are different, right? But they're all serving the same purpose, helping entrepreneurs align spiritually so they can create abundance in their business and life. See how that works? I'm not three different people. I'm one person using three different tools to serve the same mission. Here's how to do this for yourself. Step 1. Take that gut instinct answer, your foundation, and own it. For you, maybe it's holistic health guide or creative business strategist or embodiment coach. Whatever it is, that's your center point. Step 2. List out all the things you do, all your skills, all your passions, all the ways you help people. Step 3. Ask yourself, how does each of these serve my foundation? Take every modality, see how it connects back to your foundation. Let me give you my example. So I'm a spiritual strategist who helps entrepreneurs through web design, mantras, and music. Or I'm a spiritual tech mentor. I combine spiritual and energetic work with the technical skills so you get both inner transformation and outer tools. Both. Because here's the truth. Mindset and spirituality are 80% of the business success is what I realized over the years of hustle culture. I'm a manifesting generator, so trust me, I love to work. But I realized that 80% of business success is actually the energetics. And then 20% are the skills and actually the technical work that you put in. You might not believe it right now. You might have a reaction to this, and that's totally normal. Sit with it and just keep an open mind. You can have the most beautiful website in the world, but if your energy is off, if you don't believe in yourself, if you feel like you're not aligned, you're not doing the thing that you feel confident enough that should bring you millions and millions in, if you don't believe in that product, if you're not ready energetically to receive the millions already, then what are you working towards? Just something to contemplate about. And you can be the most spiritually aligned person, but if you have no technical foundation, the website, the system, the strategy, you can't scale. So it's a dance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. I try to give people both. That's my unique value. That's my unique selling point, USP. That's what nobody else can do the way I do. So that's what you gotta find for yourself. Now here's the beautiful thing about creating your own category. When you say something unique, something people haven't heard before, they stop and say, wait, what's that? Like, girl, when I say like a spiritual strategist, when I said that at the LA Tech Week event, that was a networking event that I was at, like the multiple networking events, it caught people's curiosity. Say something that'll catch people's interest, not just something like a basic business coach or a web designer. Because I've also fallen into that trap where I've just said like, oh, I'm just a web designer, I'm just a singer-songwriter. Like, how does that make me any different? How? In a few words, when somebody asks you that question, can you position yourself as someone that deserves attention? Because I love attention. Who doesn't love attention? I'm just kidding. But, you know, in this economy where attention is money, how do you catch people's attention with your title? Nobody remembers the business coach or web designer, yoga teacher. There's a million of those, but spiritual tech mentor, embodiment architect, those make people curious. Lean in. Don't be afraid to make up your own title. Test different versions. See which ones make people stop and ask questions. My coach, by the way, she calls herself a holistic business coach. And every single time people ask what that means, because it's like different. It means like holistic business coach. Hello, what does that mean? So like, boom, there, she got the attention, you know? You just have to find like, where is your pocket where you can find that attention? Now I know what some of you are thinking, because I think it too. Who the F am I to call myself a spiritual strategist? Who am I to create my own category? Who am I to claim the space? Who am I? Who am I? What? All right, here's what my coach told me that literally shifted everything. That voice that tells you that's your ego. Literally. The thing that you've been trying to avoid, that's your ego. We think we're being humble when we say, who am I? But actually we're insulting the divine, because you know that you are enough. You know what you've been through. You know everything that you've made things work in the past that were hard and that almost seemed like it will be a disastrous situation, but you got it. You handled it like a G. What about that? You were made in the goddess's image, okay? Or the source or the universe or your highest self, call it whatever you like, whatever you believe in. You were put on this earth to make an impact. So when that voice says, who the hell are you? You say, I'm made in the image of the divine. I am the goddess herself, and I am here to make an impact. You say that to yourself. That's not ego, that's truth. And claiming your unique position, owning your gifts, speaking about what you've accomplished, that's not bragging. That's gratitude for what you've overcome and what you can offer to others now. Always remember that. It's fine to talk about yourself. It's fine to talk about your successes. So here's what I want you to do after you watch this video. Number 1, write down your gut instinct answer, your foundation. What is your core identity? Number 2, list all the things you do, your modalities, the ways through which you support your foundation. Number 3, write one sentence that ties them all together. For example, I am a blank foundation goes here. Who helps blank through blink, blink, and blink. That's where your modalities go. Test it. Say it out loud. See how it feels in your body. Try different versions. Play with the words. Find the one that makes people say, wait, what's that? I'm interested. And then practice saying it with confidence, okay? Because you're not just anything. You're not just a coach. You're not just a designer. You're not just a healer. You're a multi-passionate powerhouse baddie with a unique combination of gifts that only you can offer. So, tell me in the comments, what's your gut instinct answer? What came up when you did the stomach punch test? I want to hear it. I want to help you refine it if you need support. And if you want to learn more about how I'm building the Goddess Way, my program that combines spiritual alignment with business, try out the initiation link in the description below. I'm documenting this whole journey and I'd love for you to come along. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.